yesterday between LGD.Forever Young and LGD, where LGD.Forever Young were able to reverse sweep LGD after LGD came up with a 2-0, and then LGD.Forever Young won the next 3 games to knock them down to the lower bracket. So today we're going to be taking a look at LGD a little bit later on. I do believe that they have a game currently going on in the Summit as well, another best of 5.
Reserve time.
And I gotta tell you, if this ends up happening where they get knocked out of the Summit as well and then get knocked immediately afterwards out of the MDL, I mean, I can't even imagine. It would be so disheartening. So Warlock, Juggernaut, Earth Spirit, followed up by the Sand King. Sand King to me has felt like this sort of hero that I don't know if it hasn't necessarily come out of nowhere, but it's like a new resurgence of power, if you will. It's a hero that allows for that like first initiation that's really low cooldown by and large. In the late game that can matter so much, because let's say you end up getting to the point where you even get the like an Octarine core cooldown or something along those lines for Sand King. 11 seconds means that you can pop it out there, see if you find a good opening, and then like force staff out after the fact. Or like, you know, go for a long range burrow with Aghanims and then blink away afterwards. These things end up being really important in these later game situations, because if you find a good target and you find that initial stun and then they fully collapse on you, then you can have Axe to be that one who follows up afterwards and is the big bad guy up front and center.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, it looks like it is indeed a situation right now where it's CDEC versus LGD.
Reserve time.
And they're in the final game. So don't really know what's going on there, but God, if they end up like, you know, just losing out to CDEC, and then I could just imagine it all going wrong. But yeah, it's going to be great. Let me make sure that I'll tweet it out and everything. Wonderful. So, Slurk ends up getting banned out. No real surprise there. It would be a really great hero into very low amount of stuns. There's still Weaver on the table, which they could think about. It seems like it's an okay Weaver game. You know, you get a Lincoln Sphere. You're always going to have trouble with Earth Spirit.
5 seconds remaining.
Anything else that could really do well against this lineup? I mean, Troll is always solid. Troll is definitely up there as heroes to take. We'll see if they indeed want to go for that. They're going to ban out the Shadow Fiend. EHOME.Keen. Other heroes that could sort of accomplish a similar type of thing might be something like a DP. Might be a little sketchy, but you could think about it. Although with the Lena, probably not. It's like we've been seeing the DP run out of the safe lane more often than not nowadays. But I don't think you can run like a DP and a Lena as your dual core. Other building
Reserve
hitters.
time.
I don't know. Maybe I think Troll is probably the best route, honestly, for Vici Gaming. Batrider, ugh. Yeah, you could do DP. I mean, like I said, it's more than not out of the safe lane now that we've been seeing DP, but it doesn't mean that it exclusively has to be. And I think the DP versus Lena is like an okay matchup. You both have nukes to spam out the wave. You both have like decent enough attack range. But we will see what Vici Gaming want to put to the test. For them, this would be a huge opportunity. Be able to make it into a big
5
land.
5 seconds remaining.
Wraith King.
Wow.
Radiant
People, this is like the hero that everybody talks about is like, you could take Wraith King, and it's like, it never feels good, I think. It's so hard to make this hero actually effective. He needs mobility, he needs
10 seconds remaining.
like a way to scale into the late game, he needs attack speed.
5 seconds remaining.
That's why like Midas and stuff is so good, but so many heroes need to be able to be effective with more than like, because he needs, I think he needs 2 items after the Midas, whatever those end up being, to like really be a good hero relative to his position in the other heroes in the game. And I think that you can really abuse that timing before he gets those 2 items up.
10
And if I'm
seconds
EHOME.Keen,
remaining.
I just think keep the pressure on. Yeah, and this is the great pick. You take the quap, the queen versus the king. You start running at him, and you find the kills. Well, this is going to be great. Game number 1, Vici Gaming versus EHOME.Keen. I can't wait at all. So, you know, this is one of those moments. It's going to be a long night. I have 4 best of 3s that I'm going to be doing throughout the evening, and I'm very excited for it. And these first ones, you're going to get me at my most awake and most, you know, active and ready to go. By the end of it, I'm just going to be a blabbering idiot. So you're going to be in for a good show for this one. Vici Gaming versus EHOME.Keen. A lot of great things to be said about this Vici Gaming lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
At least in my eyes, they still have retained the title as one of the top teams in China. It's hard to sort of place them completely because it's just hard to place Vici Gaming in general as a team, or any of these ones. Like, because Vici Gaming, they just beat out LGD.Forever Young when it came to the Summit qualifiers, right? But then they ended up losing to LGD, who lost to Vici LFY like a day before. So just within those 3 teams, you have inconsistencies in skill levels. These 2 teams played against each other 6 days ago for Epicenter, and EHOME.Keen took it 2-1. So it's really close between them. But yeah, a lot of interesting dynamics going on. I think that everybody has high hopes for it. You know, Chuan coming back. You've got Yang, who's been, you know, consistently just one of the better players out of China playing in that offlane.
Prepare
But
for battle.
we'll have to wait and see what indeed is going to happen. Quick little spot out coming there. And then from, you know, the EHOME.Keen side, they've always remained on that periphery of greatness. But if they're able to take down a team like Vici J at this point in time, then it ends up working. Shi out of the 3, or out of the 2 role. I believe that's where he's been playing more often than not, if I'm not mistaken. It has always been like a really consistently strong player, but yeah, it's like I said, very eager to see what happens as this game goes on. Early wards placed
30
down.
seconds to battle.
Do we have another one that's over here? There was another ward placed on the other side. I don't believe that this scouted out the Warlock placing his. So they both should have decent vision over the mid lane. Very important in the matchup of Lina versus Quap. We saw a match the other day where Lina kind of got... I feel like it was... God, what was it? Was it Lina that was destroying Quap, or Quap that was destroying Lina? I feel like the Quap kept on killing Lina over and over again. It was kind of tough, as there is going to be a ward here to block off the pull. I want to make sure that Radiant will not be able to find him. But I think a lot of it depends upon like the Shadow Strike and how much you can get onto the Lina without taking, versus how much harassment the Lina is able to do onto you. Like, that's the big thing. Hitting Dragon Slaves while gain CS, and then Queen of Pain, you know, finding an opportunity to get that harassment out as well with the Shadow Strike. But early trades going on. Does look like they're both able to get their range creeps, so all should be fine and dandy. Quap is going to kind of keep the creep wave on her cliff. Likewise, Lina going to do the same thing. And so far, everything is all hunky-dory. Top lane, you do have this Bat Rider who seems to be able to get a pretty free lane. Sand King in the position 4 out. I talked about all he offers early on, but you know, as far as the, or rather later on, but as far as the early game goes, it's a little bit tough, and we will see the full completed pull go off here. So this is actually a nice little play here by the Radiant, or by the Dire rather. You can actually start to apply some pressure with the Sand King because you don't have to stand in lane by the creeps. You can actually start to get out some harassment while simultaneously defending your pull. I like that. And let me do a little bit of a job as well. I do believe that the Dire is Vici, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see if I can get some little overlays for that, because this game is not ticketed. That's the unfortunate part. There we go. Look at that. We are on top of it today, guys. We are making sure that everybody has all the information they need. Ooh, mid lane, roll in. Nice combo here. With the help of the Earth Spirit, Lina is going to be that first blood. So nicely played for EHOME.Keen. Let me double check that that is indeed correct. I don't want to be spreading false information here. I guess there's actually no way for me to check it because it's not ticketed. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm like 95% sure. If it's not, I'm fired, but that's fine. We got to take those chances, folks. And I'll get the EHOME.Keen one up as well for all you fine people out there. And we'll just have to keep doing that. It is one of the downsides of not having it a ticket match, but you know what? Those things happen. Yeah. There we go. All right, well, Lina ends up dying again in the mid lane, and oh, she ended up going for a kill, and Queen of Pain now coming up 2-0. This is what I was talking about, is that lane can become so hard, and even just the value magic stick, or magic wand rather, so good for this quap, because any harassment that comes out, and now for Lina, she's also going to be gone. They end up finding a kill in return up top as well. So something going right now for Vici Gaming. They needed it. Okay. Making sure the stream is looking all good. Does look indeed like we are. So, Batrider rotates in with the Earth Spirit. They want to try and secure this Batrider's lane. And in response, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to bring the Sand King back up again to try and contest this and take the fight. Or if they're just going to try and get out of here. Because now with the 3 full tri-lane on tri-lane, there's definitely potential to dive. And the early point in Maledict, this could be a kill onto the Wraith King. But Batrider tanking the full creep wave. They don't have heal on him, and yeah, he's gonna have to pop the salve now and roll in. Oh god, for Radiant, not looking the best. Like, that's the thing, is you don't need help anymore in the mid lane, I don't think, unless Quap is gonna go down right there. Oh, she does manage to back out. That's the danger of going up against Lina, obviously, is that you can just die in a second if you're not careful. But top lane again, this is where they want to ensure at least 2 lanes of theirs are gonna start to go good now. 2 points up in cask for Witch Doctor. Earth Spirit still does not have that geomagnetic grip, but 2 points in the stun will allow a pretty good kill. The problem is that you're going to be sacrificing the Jug a little bit now. Like, Axe was out of lane for a little while, and now he's coming back stronger than ever. Jug is about to be level 6, while Axe is already level 6, so needs to be careful about that dunk. And right now, Vision, they don't spot him too much. There's going to be a walkthrough, and now Earth Spirit is there onto him. There's the Burrow Strike to start it all off, and if they're not careful, this cast could be super value. Thinking about throwing it, Witch Doctor's still holding that cast now, and the stun is going to come out onto 1. The cast is going to start to bounce back and forth, but they do lose the Earth Spirit. Maybe they can kill up this Wraith King with the Maledict damage, but they just don't have enough, and the Firefly is already gone. They're not going to be able to find any kills here, I don't think. Prey might be one that dies, but nah, he is going to end up going down. Burns too much to the sticky napalm, and now Wraith King trying to man up as well. Earth Spirit is back into this. They find the stun too, but now if the Fairy Fire is gone, it doesn't matter though. They still managed to find that kill. All right. Well, there we are. A 2-for-2 exchange, but the Batrider manages to live throughout it all, as they are going to go now onto this Jug, and well, the spin forward, they are going to save the Omni Slash as well. Quick and easy pick up there. So that one was much needed. 5-3 start. EHOME.Keen definitely making the moves that they need to.
More fuel for my fire.
So Lina, level 5. Queen of Pain is level 6. This is that dangerous moment, honestly, for both of them, because now you do have level 6 on Lina. So you think about that moment where she hit the light strike right earlier. That just kills Quap now. And, well, the Queen of Pain does not have any raindrops. This is a really bold move by her, going for the double null and wand as opposed to the raindrops, and instead they're going to try and find this kill. Nicely played there. Laguna Blade comes out, and, well, they might just end up losing two here. Burrow Strike almost connected. And the Yankees become the Gankers. They end up finding it. Over here to the side, they have now gone with the initiation coming out. The Omni Slash from Jug, rotation kills off the Wraith King. Who is it that said that China Dota is all boring snooze fest with the farm? Got a lot of action happening early.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Earth Spirit, in spite of getting baited into that by his Quap, is going to be nice enough to pass out the free bottle regen. Quap has a full bottle still. But this is a nice move. You know that you want to try and make some type of a play. They see where the axe is. They have full vision onto him, and they can try and go for the long-range initiation. There's going to be the Shadow Strike, slowed down a little bit. Rolling Boulder in, the follow-up stun, lands and kicked as soon as he went for it. The silence to boot and the kill. Nicely done there by the Earth Spirit. He's redeeming himself for that earlier miss boulder. You gotta love it. Quap now with the illusion, able to get that rune control power over the Lina. And 7-4. And that's still about even in terms of net worth. I think that's mainly just because even though you're getting like a lot of farm right now, it's still going to be like a Warlock getting a decent amount of CS randomly. I think he's been using Fatal Bonds every now and then on some creeps as well, just to push it out some more. The downside is that I'm still seeing it's this Axe who has the majority of the farm, and Wraith King being, he's struggling, right? This is not a hero that you want to struggle like this, and well, giving him a kill here would be a huge boon to it, but they have the Blade Fury through, connecting on to 3, and the Coconut starting to bounce. Wraith King, if he ends up going down here, all right, good decision right now by the Jug to back out. Does not want to get caught out by the Lina. Didn't have Laguna Blade anymore, but even just those couple of nukes are hard to deal with. But yeah, if Queen of Pain shows up right there a little bit earlier, maybe she comes to help out in the fight. That gank looks so different. But yeah, currently net worth. You can see Axe is basically the most farmed hero on their team, so they're going to need 9,000 to make a lot of moves. Find a bunch of kills.
Worthy tribute.
May I cut in?
He's tempting him. Keeps on showing that he wants to do that Omni Slash, but again, Coconut's bouncing. They won't end up going for it. It will be an Invis rune picked up for one of them. Looks like the Sand King will be the one to get there. Or the Juggernaut, really? Good decision there, not the Omni Slash. You do have... you actually don't know that Prey didn't have Sandstorm. If he knew that, I think that you go for that Omni Slash. I don't think you're able to get out that effectively with Burrow Strike. Oh my god, is Axe really walking here right now? Jug is wrapping around. He wants to try and find somebody here. Just outside of range of vision. Depending upon who he finds, he's making the long rotation down for Lina. They're identifying this as a high priority kill, and Lina in a lot of trouble now, will be run into. There's the Omni Slash Blade Fury immediately. Does try to turn this back around, and Laguna Blade is going to be there, but they will find that kill onto the Lina. It's going to come at a hell of a cost, though, because they brought in 3 after the fact. Healing Ward is down, and, well, Jug actually making his way out of here for the moment. He does have the vision advantage, but there's going to be the kill. If that Healing Ward survives, I think so too does the Juggernaut. So really good heads-up play there by the Warlock to make sure that he got it and gets a part of the kill as well. So I don't know if that's really worth it. Oh, good reaction there. Queen of Pain able to blink out before things went awry. That was the blink reveal too for the Axe. Just heads-up play by the Quap. Make sure that we have everything all set up and good to go. Wonderful. Perfect.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So there's one Blink Dagger here currently for Axe. There is going to be just an instant jump up, and now the Burrow Strike to follow. They're going to try and spread the damage around a little bit. Maybe turns the Magnetize. Like, that's one of those things. If Quap is still there, you definitely could have gone for the Magnetize and maybe even found a kill onto one or two of them. But now you're just sort of like wasting that ability. I don't know. Not a huge fan. But Bat Rider ends up finding one kill. Uh-oh. And then they end up losing the Witch Doctor as well. So while that was going on top, there's another thing happening off to the side. They do have Sonic Wave here for the Quap. Could think about throwing it onto Prey. With the maxed out Scream of Pain here. There was a potential for a kill. And now she's just going to right-click the tower a little bit. Sand King, very lucky to get away from a couple of these ganks. And it's going to be to the tune of him getting a decently timed Blink Dagger as well. He's not that far behind. And this might be the strength as well. Looking to burrow, not going to get it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But the rolled in, up in the top, they have found the stun. There's going to be the follow-up, though. They don't get in there in range quickly enough, but they have the Chaotic Offering ready to drop it. Connects on to 3. Sonic Wave comes out as well as Sunshine going to be brought down by virtue of that. And now they pulled on Zelina. Ami slash back forth on to 2. Queen of Pain in trouble. Manages to find the blink away, but he is still caught up with those Fatal Bonds. Will be enough damage? I don't think so, because they're having all the rest of the Dire brought down. 4 dead, soon to be 5. They have that connection onto Prey, and he was close to that blink, but now he doesn't have mana for Burrow, and he is brought down. A full team wipe. EHOME.Keen charging forward. Well, he ended up killing off the Earth Spirit there. He doesn't care about dying. This guy dies all his life. He's 0-4. It's the rest of the team you got to worry about. So I think that all sets up by like a good rock ish, but like Fatal Bonds wasn't on all of them. I think that it must have only caught the Quap and the Earth Spirit. I think maybe if you wait a second longer for it, looking for the stun, not going to be there. That, and then also like taking the fight before Sand King has Blink. Like if he had Blink Epi there, if they just wait a little longer, their team fight becomes so much more stronger. I think that they just felt like they were quite tough because of everything that they had. But well, that's going to be a stun silence, and oh, Sand King. Just get your Blink Dagger, baby. There's a good catch now on the Quap. They want to try to bite it, but the Light Strike rate's not there. And they use the Laguna as well. Oh, just out of range. And then in the top lane, they find the kill onto Sunshine again. This game is gone. I don't think that they can do it. I think that's it. Like, your Wraith King was already so far behind. And he's still struggling to get to that Midas, that 15-minute mark, and this is what we said would happen. He needs so many items to be effective. Like, you have to go Midas, but from the same token, if you go Midas, you need to be active early against a Juggernaut and a Quap. It was a great last pick, Quap.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, trying to find themselves a position here to move forward.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like this Sand King has been sitting, what, 700 gold from a Blink Dagger for 6 minutes. This is the point where you just gotta tell your team, let me go farm. Let me go farm, please. They have level 4 healing ward. They're ready to push. They have Bat Rider, the high ground taker in a lot of ways. They're not worried about Axe jumping here. I don't think, at least. He seems to be careful about not being in the middle of the full creep wave. And even then, I don't know if he needs to be that worried. So they're just going to set their sights up towards top. They know that Dire is all ready to fight here by the mid-tier 1 tower, tier 2 tower. So take this. It's hard to rotate. They'll get a tower, trade it off.
Dire's top
Vici
tower
Gaming.
is under attack.
struggling in this one against EHOME.Keen. And for EHOME.Keen, it can make all the difference in the world having a good performance on a LAN. Like, I still don't think that there's any way that they end up getting a direct invite to TI. But even just that international experience could make all the difference for their ability to make it to an international event and then have good showing at the regional qualifiers, which we know are going to be tough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right. How is this Wraith King going? He actually switched it up. He decided he needed Armlet. I think that is a wise decision. Like, he knows that they need to stay in this game. And actually does have it completed. Going back for the Mask of Madness after the fact. Interesting. I kind of feel like if he can afford to do it, he should wait for Blink Dagger. All right. Big fight of brewing. This could actually go really good for Vici. This is a really good call, whoever made it on their team. The wraparound, they are not prepared for this. Oh, wait, are they? Bat Rider is here. Do they have vision? Do they know? They're there. They're going to spot it all out. They do find the Bat Rider, but now going in for the counterplay, there's going to be the Boulder Smash. It connects onto two. Epicenter is there. They killed off the Bat Rider, and now going to also be able to drop the rock. But there's the Queen of Pain there as well. Do they have enough damage? Omni Slash is there onto that Warlock. There's still a lot of heroes alive here in Sunshine. Finally starting to live up to his name. Is going to be able to run at these heroes. Can he kill off the Juggernaut? It's so close, and they are. A double kill there for the Wraith King. Trying to run down now. This Earth Spirit doesn't look like it's going to happen. But they end up taking down 3, and most importantly, the Wraith King gets his due. They needed that so badly. 1,600 gold on top of what he had. And he did so much damage with that newly completed armlet. So impressive showing. And sort of piqued my interest the way that they took that fight.
Look at it go.
It seemed as if for a second there, the Radiant knew that there was a movement coming in from the Dire in that fashion. And as that rotation came over, they still kept the Bat Rider there to be like the first one to jump out, but there wasn't a ward here. Like, if there's a Radiant ward right there, I think you immediately jump the Warlock, you pull him back in. Bat Rider still doesn't have Force Staff. He ended up going for the drums first, but you might still be able to create that separation and get an initiation off. But now with the Blink Dagger Sand King, Blink Dagger Axe, and Wraith King finally doing some damage. I think that this is about the best build that I've seen from those couple little fight, that one little fight right there. It actually ended up working out quite well. I didn't expect him to be able to do that much. Another nice thing about this is that, you know, there's not much physical damage, so Mask of Madness actually works. Sunshine walking forward. They do have a call if they want to use it, but they've caught the Bat Rider. Isn't enough, though. There's a catch Boulder Smash onto 2. The silence to follow as well. There's going to be a big epicenter, though. The Sand King able to do the work in the back. Now the Wraith King back again. Wants to find this kill. They have Chaotic Offering up in 14, but there's the burrow. There's the catch. And now with the Light Strike Array, the right clicks, the stun from Wraith King. That's Juggernaut going down again. And now moving in towards Roshan. This is where you really start to see the strength of this Wraith King hero. The big bad crits coming through. And an Aegis on Lina. The lineup going to be starting to work really the way that they wanted it to. Man, the Armlet Mask of Madness pickup. This might be the new build for me. They're actually going to keep it on the Wraith King. Interesting. I mean, he's doing enough damage now that I think it's worth it. Well, how? Big bad carry. making his return pre-TI yet again. And on just these active make and move type of heroes. Love to see it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
EHOME.Keen now trying to figure out where to go from here. This is an incredibly talented squad. I mean, you think about who they've got. You've got Chuan, you've got Hao coming back from the newbie days of last TI. Those two playing together. Ori is a mid laner that has basically made like huge waves in the scene. I think another one of the Chinese 9Ks. Oh, and do they know about this? Earth Spirit is here. It feels as if like Radiant is sort of prepped for this, but yeah, Earth Spirit doesn't have a TP. They spot him out now. Like they're sort of deciding, is there a fight that's going on here? Are there a bunch of people in the area? And then HYM and Yang. Yang has oftentimes been quietly the best player on whatever team he's been on. Oh, blink away, but now Burrow could come. They have blink from Sand King if they want to go for this, but not going to attempt it.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Juggernaut, level 15. It is sort of this thing now where you've got like a lot of damage potential from the Jug, but late game he is still countered out by the axe. This is what this hero just does so well, is destroys a Juggernaut. And on the flip side, we've talked about how ineffective Wraith King can get until he gets those first two items up. But likewise, if you do get those first two items up, and if he gets to the later stages, this is a hero to be reckoned with. He does so much damage. And that natural built-in crit, 300% on heroes. On a 15% chance. Starts swinging around a big old sword. And we can just watch the Witch Doctor melt here in a second. Oh, dire scan. All right, they're gonna run into him. Watch this. Oh my God. Oh, he's gonna be sad. 1, 2. Where's the crit? Give it to me. All right, yeah, he ends up going down pretty quickly there.
I merely release the wraith within.
Say it to me, Hao. Tell me again. Now, Queen of Pain picks up the Lincoln Sphere, knowing that she needs this item to stay alive in these fights. And Earth Spirit's still just trying to pretend he doesn't exist in this game. We have Manta Diffusal Blade, so that's something to be wary of for Hao. He can go for that level 25 eventually, the no reincarnation mana cost.
Radiant's bottom tower
the Vampiric Aura
attack.
lifesteal is good. But I think in this game, since you are going to have that Diffusal Blade, it might be worth it to go for it. Because he definitely needs to get his ulti off.
Radiant's bottom
And he's
tower
going
has
for
fallen.
less of a
Dire's
stats-oriented
top
build
tower is
also.
under attack.
I'll take that as tribute.
But
Dire's top tower is under attack.
next move, you have a DD Wraith King. Oh man, the crits on these creeps is going to be good. 1,700. Oh baby. And now, like, look at the Radiant. They just feel lost, right? Like, there's not a whole lot to do at this point. I'm a little bit surprised to see Quap not trying to go for that, like, magic-oriented build and then building up the levels to get to that 25. Because Maelstrom on Quap in the later stages with the Shiva's Guard, this hero just transforms into something completely new. But going for the Orchid, it's kind of like more about early Snowball. And I understand that she wants to be able to pick off the Warlock at the start of the fights before he can manage to get that ulti off. But by the same token, if you don't manage to like take that fight perfectly, things really go bad. And now they're making a 4-person smoke gank rotation. Like, they're showing Quap here, which is good. And she is going to be able to push out the lane, but now you're going to start the fight. You need to have it immediately, and, well, they have been able to catch this Warlock. If they aren't able to bring this Warlock down, if he gets his ulti off, this is all for nothing, and he does not end up getting it. Okay, they decide not to use it, and I think a good decision here. The Witch Doctor's still alive for the moment. Prey, Omni Slash gonna end up dropping. Sonic Wave comes through as well. They do have the mana drain, but not enough to make sure that he doesn't get off his ulti, and now Axe in fire, under trouble. Witch Doctor ultimate comes out. 3 are dead. In spite of the fact that the Quap wasn't there at the start of this fight, they're gonna take 4. A triple kill for the Juggernaut. Great play coming in from EHOME.Keen, striking back against Vici Gaming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So all in all, 5 ended up dying.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The plus side, they saved Golem. They still are going to have Axe. They don't use Laguna Blade.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That was about as good of a fight as you can hope for Radiant. You can see in the net worth graph, it's going to start swinging back into the favor of EHOME.Keen a little bit more. But nonetheless, you got to be a little bit worried that, you know, none of those big ultimates were used. And that's still something that you have to respect at the very least. You love to take a fight like that. But Quap now finishing the Orchid. Also picking up a regen room. That is nice. That feels good as a Queen of Pain. You can see, though, Dire just hunting, wanting to find a pick-off here themselves. Ori has really been hemmed in this game. Currently 4, 6, and 5. And has the Shadow Blade done, trying to build back towards the Boots of Travel, so that way with the respawn talent. Oh, doesn't have the respawn talent, just the Bloodstone. I mean, still going to be able to get back to the fights quickly, or just move around the map and split push a little bit as well. Sunshine, Hao himself is going to have the BKB done, and, well, now they have found the Axe. This is not a fight that they can afford to be losing right now. This is like the time that they would want to take this movement, and Lina trying to chase down the Juggernaut, who ended up going for the Shadow Blade himself. I maybe can go for a solo pick here. No, they needed more help, and yeah, Juggernaut really heads up play here. Not going to be caught out. For EHOME.Keen, I talked about how good this position 1 player is. She. Very talented. Another one of those 9Ks. 9.3K in China currently. You have so many really high MMR players that have started to really make the rounds in China. And I think it's why they've been starting to sort of get that next level of performance recently. God, this is so tense. They're moving right into each other. There's going to be the smoke broken. They do manage to find the Axe before he can get any type of initiation off. Axe caught yet again. And now they can try and run down the Wraith King. He has a TP, needs to get out of here. They're just going to move towards taking the tier 1 tower. They still have Flaming Lasso. Firefly is about to wear off as well, so that's something going in the favor of the Dire, but this is a good movement. Now the Epicenter coming in, wants to connect onto 1. They immediately go onto the Queen of Pain, Light Strike right there as well, and they're able to bring her down. Now the Chaotic Offering falls as well. They don't have Firefly. They can't take this fight right now. The BKB for the Wraith King, trying to run these heroes down, and they have been able to find 1. There's going to be the stun, connects onto that burrowed, striked Bat Rider. They find the connection with the Boulder Smash. But as the pendulum swings back into the favor of Vici Gaming, you gotta wonder what's gonna be the response for EHOME.Keen. This should be a tier 2 tower, I would imagine. Or possibly Roshan, since it's back up in 23 seconds. Maybe they'll go check that after the fact. I don't know about this. I feel like if you're Vici, you try and push this. I guess just not feeling comfortable with the ultis on cooldown. And Wraith King also doesn't have mana. That could be part of it. You know, I'll bet you that they were thinking about going for it, but when he ran into those Juggernaut illusions and they drained all of his mana away, Hao is like, yeah, I can't go. Probably a good decision. 20 strength is the choice for him. So 2,500, and now going back for the Deso. Yeah, I feel like he's going to go for that no mana reincarnation cost. Because if he is going for like this all-out just right-click damage build right now, Deso after this at the late stage, it just seems to fit that you want to make sure you're going to get that ulti off no matter what. Although, you also have maybe a Silver Edge being built for the Jug. I don't remember if that works on reincarnation or not. Oh god, this could be big right here. Trying to find the kill. Are they going to be able to bring him down? They're jumping onto one, but he is silenced up as well. The Orchid is there. He's trying to get away. Does still have that Glimmer Cape keeping him alive, and that was so important. But no, the Omni Slash still going to bring down that Warlock before anything can come from any type of Fatal Bonds. It would have made all the difference in this fight, but now they've got control of the Juggernaut. Dunk down one onto him. And now they have to run. Radiant in trouble. They have Blink back up. No, we got the Shadow Strike there, so they're not going to be able to find it. And instead, it's going to be the armlet toggling Sunshine, trying to get out, trying to chase. Maybe the Quap could snipe him here, but it would have been the death of her no matter what. Sunshine comes in, ends up hitting. There's the dunk. So another fight going into their way, and what? Okay, something happened there. It must have been some damage coming in. I don't know what exactly it was from. He armlet toggled and it messed him up. Regardless though, that means no reincarnation. 23 seconds. Maybe if they take this fight right now. 18 seconds. They're backing out for the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, DD. They spot this. Earth Spirit up on the high ground. They recognize a bit too late. But it's a DD'd Wraith King. Oh, Roche, you are going to die very quickly. They're still in the area here. Still hasn't gotten one crit, actually. They dropped the Chaotic Offering to make sure that they can get this, and Witch Doctor ultimate coming in from the low ground ends up taking down one, but Roche is there. They have the Aegis on the Wraith King, trying to take this fight now. A BKB Axe is dropping so low, but not gonna die as of yet. Juggernaut Illusion still chasing. Wraith King jumps in, just dismantles that Witch Doctor. No chance at life for him, and now you actually have your Wraith King losing a lot of HP, but pops the BKB, no longer getting mana drain. Can they find this kill? Stun forward, crit from on high, trying to bring him down, but doesn't have the mana right now for reincarnation. He's dropping low, and it's gonna end up falling, but that's just the Aegis. Still fine for the moment. They're still bringing down that Wraith King. Stun comes through, a big call. Isn't gonna be enough though. They're just trying to find this kills. Everybody's so survivable right now from the Radiant, and Sunshine still gonna be out of mana. He's not gonna have reincarnation, and he is going to fall. Another big kill, and maybe going to be forcing into a buyback here. He needs that level 25 so badly. So 32-25, a very action-packed game. It's gone back and forth. A buyback here would hurt, but a Rax would hurt even more. They want to hold on, see if the Axe will dissuade anybody from going any further. They can keep these stuns going out. The Fatal Bonds as well causes some issues. There's the buyback to the Wraith King. They need to find something here with this. Sunshine trying to chase, gets the connection. No, the Glimmer Cape going to keep him alive again. And now, with the Firefly on the way out, that's going to be enough to break the Blink Daggers and make sure that Vici can't punish. They don't get anything for that Wraith King buyback. That's going to slow his progress towards the Deso. All in all, big plays. And now you see that the Queen of Pain, she is going back for that Shiva's Guard build. This is something that's pretty interesting. With the way that these fights have gone so close, and like, you look at it, you've got an Axe, you've got a Wraith King, you got a Sand King, and then one of these two here. If you manage to hit a Shiva's Guard with the level 25 talent on Queen of Pain onto 4 or 5 heroes, it's an instant full heal. So it's kind of weird the way that the late game Queen of Pain works, that you just pop Shiva's Guard and you're instantly back up to full life because of that level 25 spell lifesteal talent. You do also want to pick up the Octarine with it. It adds that extra little bit of spell lifesteal, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get it early. It's still going to be like a 75% heal, but I'm not kidding. You think about it, you have already a tanky hero in the Queen of Pain, 2400 HP right now with all these items, having, you know, 27 armor as well. And then if you tap on top of that, the full heal that comes from it, it's hard to deal with. But she does need to finish off the Shivas first and get that level 25. Big power spike there. Likewise for Sunshine. I think if you're both of these teams, right now, if you're EHOME.Keen, you want to try and press the issue. The Juggernaut is at this incredibly strong state right now. And you want to take advantage of that. Silver Edge is there as well. I know it at very least is going to disable the crit. I don't know if it disables Reincarnation, but it doesn't honestly matter because you're still going to be able to make sure he doesn't get the Reincarnation because he still has mana cost for it, and you're draining so much of his mana. That's why it's important. You could almost say in that last fight that Wraith King maybe messed up a little bit because he ended up BKBing the first time around, and then all his mana was gone and he didn't have BKB for the second time. But I don't know if that ends up mattering anyways. So Lincoln Spear there. There's the jump forward. They're going to keep them off the tower for the moment. The smoke is there for Axe. And yeah, they're not going to go for it yet. But 4,000 net worth lead. I'm actually going to check that out real quick.
Double damage.
Again, I apologize that I don't know all of these particulars. Normally I would have an analyst with me that could help me out, but it is 4 in the morning in the West Coast, so there aren't many people that want to do that. So it is not disabled by break, Wraith King Reincarnation. So that doesn't end up working. That would be OP. Can you imagine that though? If like you could Silver Edge and then suddenly Wraith King just doesn't get to reincarnate? That would be disgusting. Oh my god, the Dustic barely connects. He's trying to run. TP out. Do they have it? Are they going to be able to break his TP? No! Oh, what? Oh, he used his Boulder Smash early. Oh, Earth Spirit. Yeah, your face is going to be a little red after that one. Don't worry, though. He got the Magnetize out. And now they caught. They're going to be able to catch on to this Wraith King. They need to get the BKB off for him as soon as possible so that way he doesn't end up getting his mana drain. Omni Slash now down onto Axe. Oh, he got 4-stepped away. He's going to be able to walk back into this one. I don't think that they're going to be able to find the kill. Maybe they can now with the Queen of Pain, but that does create enough separation so that Sunshine can try and man up against the Juggernaut. Reincarnation comes out once. Can they do it again? You do still have a lot of abilities up and available. Sunstrike comes out, or rather, excuse me, Light Strike Array, but there he is again. The Wraith King gone. Juggernaut too strong. And now they're going to be able to run down another. His item progression has not been strong enough. Oh, Wraith King. Poor, poor Wraith King. Triple kill for the Jug. And now walking forward, trying to chase. There's no buybacks. There's no nothing. EHOME.Keen are going to take game number 1 of this one. They know the buyback is on cooldown for the Wraith King, but they're going to play it safe nonetheless and take down these barracks.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, man. Level 24. It didn't end up mattering. Like, here's the thing is that you can see the strength of Wraith King, but he's 7,000 net worth behind the Juggernaut right now. Like, Shishi is just so strong.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks
GG is going to be called. EHOME.Keen taking game number 1 of this one in spectacular fashion. And, well, Vici Gaming certainly weren't expecting this when they woke up in the morning. All right. That is going to be game number 1, everybody. Thank you guys again for bearing with me. Apologize that it was indeed a solo cast, but It is, again, that late time in the evening. I wanted to look this up real quickly before we ended up going on to game number 2. And where is it? Where is it? Come on now. Where are you at? Where are you at? Come on now. There's got to be something. I wanted to see, because the Summit qualifiers are going on right now where CDEC are facing off against EHOME. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys about it once we end up getting into the next one. It looks like CDEC are about to knock LGD out of the Summit 7 qualifiers. It's like about to happen, like right now. So that's on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit. God, and they have to play another series after this. They have been knocked out. If it happens where CDEC knocks them out, they will have been knocked out of 3 separate lands in the space of 4 days. 2 of them by their sister squad, LGD.Forever Young, and then they're going to have to play another one immediately following being knocked out of a best of 5, where it went